This is the morning weather update. This is for Independence Day, Tuesday, the 4th of July. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather just will not change much for the rest of this week. We'll have sun at times. We'll have storms around, most of those coming during the peak of the daytime heating process. And like recent days where they do form, they could be strong. Let's start with the upper air look this morning. Pretty typical summertime look. We have a flat ridge here across the deep south. The primary mid-latitude westerlies are far to the north. Pretty classic look for early July. We'll check the radar this morning, doing this update at the insane hour about 5:18. And you can see a few spotty showers down across southwest Alabama. The rest of the state, dry. Temperatures generally in the 70s across the state to start today. Mobile, 80. Very warm and muggy there. Highs in the low 90s in most spots today before the storms form. And, of course, you can see a storm dropping a temperature from 92 to 75 in a heartbeat. Check the watch warning map across the country. Pretty quiet as we start this day. Got a chance of severe storms across parts of the nation's midsection in the upper Midwest. And down here, once again, we have a marginal risk. That's level 1 out of 5 for most of the state. And like recent days, the heavier storms will be capable of producing hail and strong straight-line winds. And tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. We have a marginal risk for most all of Alabama. And then on day 3, which is Thursday, we have a risk from Arkansas back up into the western high plains. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. Average amounts about 1 inch. But listen, if you get a big downpour on top of you, you might wind up with 2 inches in 1 day. And that happened yesterday. Our observer in Trussville had about 2 inches of rain. But again, every afternoon and evening we'll have the storms around. And the tropics are really quiet. From the Gulf of Mexico to the coast of Africa, no tropical storms for at least the next 7 days. Model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4. Again, flat ridge, and we'll see showers beginning to fire about noon or 1 o'clock today. This is the high-resolution HUR, and again, we stress the radar will not look like that. But they'll be out there. And if you get under 1, you might see heavy rain, some hail, strong winds. And like yesterday, a reasonable chance the storms will be over by fireworks time at 9 o'clock. That's when most of them are scheduled to launch. But there might be a late-night strangler somewhere out there. But again, most of them over by 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, same thing, low 90s, afternoon and evening storms. It's Thursday and Friday, just no big change. The weekend, not much change. This is Saturday. This is Sunday. Monday of next week, again, evidence showers might be a little fewer in number. And then a week from today, this is Tuesday the 11th. Got a big vortex over Canada. Ooh, a nasty 597 ring showing up there over New Mexico and Arizona around the Four Corners. That is blistering heat, but that's far to the west. And again, ridge a little stronger here, maybe showers a little fewer in number early next week. Let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday the 13th. That vortex continues north of the state. We got a 594 ridge, and that looks just like mid-July. Hot, humid, maybe an isolated storm. Probably not that many if the ridge is that strong. This is the rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. The mean between 2 and 3 inches between now and the 19th of July. And temperatures coming off the NBM, National Blend of Models. Just what you expect here in July. Mostly low 90s, lows mostly in the 70s. Maybe mid-90s out there toward mid-month. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance, this is for July 11th through July 17th. And if this works out, temperatures here would be a little above average, below average north of Alabama, across parts of the Great Lakes. So, did you see some fireworks last night? A lot of people did. That was the display that was over Lake Gunnersville last night. And for most of the displays last night, the rain was over. Not everywhere, but for most spots, it was a pretty good evening for fireworks. I think that'll be the situation tonight. Again, most of the showers and storms ending by 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. It was taken from our friend Bob Phillips in Helena at their fireworks show last night. This was taken over at around Jacksonville last night. This was a shot from Fayette. And a couple of shots from Opelika down in Lee County. Taking fireworks pictures is not as easy as it looks. Got to know the right camera settings. And again, just some great shots there. How about the moon last night on the Gulf Coast? Big old full moon beaming down across the water of the Gulf of Mexico, looking awfully nice. And if you're beach bound, again, things look very quiet with no tropical trouble anytime soon, and that's a good thing. But again, we remind everybody that the peak of the hurricane season, not quite here yet. August, September, early October. That's when you typically see most of the systems there. So that'll do it this morning. Of course, today's a holiday. Tomorrow, I will be at Children's of Alabama for Weather Wednesday. We do a program for the patients there and their families. Have a lot of fun every month. We do our weekly weather show this week, Weather Brains, tomorrow night. We're producing on Wednesday night of this week. It'll be a fun show. Southeastern Conference Commissioner Greg Sankey is going to be the guest, and his daughter, Hannah Strong, who is a television meteorologist. And got a lot to talk about with the commissioner involving sports and weather. Thursday, Eagles Wings. That's a great ministry over in Tuscaloosa County. Friday, I'll be at the Oxford Public Library for their summer reading program Friday morning. That'll be a lot of fun. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great 4th of July, and God bless.